Hi, welcome back. Or if you're just joining, my name is Maya, and welcome to my channel, Cranleyplace, where I'm focused on Hermès scarf style, inspiration, and more. Before we get started, let me give a shout out to all the channel members and special welcome to the knot connoisseurs and elegant insiders. I appreciate your ongoing support. If you haven't seen the membership options, please do check them out. In this video, I'll review a 90cm silk twill from Hermès's Spring-Summer 2026 season, L'Esprit s'envole by Dimitri Rybaltchenko. We'll take a look at the artist's background, the design inspiration and visual architecture, and then a collector's ranking of the available colorways and why. Let's get started. Dimitri Rybaltchenko is one of the contemporary Hermès artists who has developed a distinctive voice within the house's modern era. Rybaltchenko's work often sits at an interesting intersection. It respects the graphic discipline and storytelling tradition that defines the Hermès carré, yet it feels unmistakably contemporary in its rhythm and movement. His designs tend to explore energy, motion, transformation, and the idea of narrative unfolding across the silk, rather than static, emblematic compositions. Within the broader Hermès lineage, he belongs to a generation that followed the great mid-century illustrators and expanded the vocabulary of the carré into something more fluid and conceptual. Where earlier artists frequently anchored their compositions in heraldry or equestrian still life, Rybaltchenko often leans into abstraction and symbolism, which gives his scarves a particularly modern sensibility while still feeling entirely at home in the Hermès canon. That balance, heritage discipline paired with contemporary visual language, is exactly why his designs tend to resonate strongly with collectors who appreciate evolution rather than nostalgia alone. The title of this scarf translates roughly to "The Spirit Takes Flight." That idea of lift, of something intangible rising or transforming, is very clearly expressed in the composition. The design reads as kinetic. Forms seem to drift, unfurl, or radiate outward, creating a sense that the scarf is in motion even when laid flat. Visually, it sits somewhere between figurative symbolism and abstraction. Rather than depicting a literal scene, the composition suggests an emotional or conceptual narrative, a hallmark of many modern Hermès designs. There's a lightness to the layout, with open space playing an important role, allowing the eye to travel rather than settle. When worn, this kind of composition is particularly effective because it fragments beautifully. No matter how the scarf is folded, you still retain that sense of movement and layered color rather than losing the integrity of the design, a key factor in its versatility. Overall, the visual language feels optimistic and expressive. It's less about storytelling in the traditional sense and more about mood, a piece that communicates energy and freedom rather than a specific motif. There are at least 5 colorways you can find online, giving each version a distinct personality. Starting with the bleu marine, vert, and crème. This palette sits squarely within Hermès's most enduring color tradition, deep navy anchored with soft neutrals. It's the version most likely to feel relevant decades from now. Composed, elegant, and quietly confident, navy reads crisp outdoors, while indoors the contrast softens and feels more tonal. This is likely to appeal to classic collectors and first-time buyers alike, because it is strongly timeless with a refined edge. This is the colorway that best balances longevity and versatility, making it the safest long-term hold. Then we have the crème, orange cuit, and vert amande. This too is a very Hermès palette, warm neutrals with that signature burnt orange note. This feels warm, optimistic, and unmistakably house-coded. In daylight, the orange brightens, while indoors, the palette becomes softer and more muted. This is sure to appeal to collectors who love recognizable Hermès coloration. It reads timeless with a gentle warmth. It's distinctive but still highly wearable, which keeps it near the top. Khaki Fuchsia Multicolor. This one is slightly harder to find online, but it's a compelling one. The earthy base anchors the bright fuchsia, giving the palette drama without tipping into novelty. Confident, modern, and slightly daring, the fuchsia pops in daylight, while indoors the khaki grounds the contrast. This will appeal to collectors who want distinction but still wardrobe flexibility. This reads as a modern classic, ranking it highly because it achieves distinctiveness without sacrificing wearability, a balance the secondary market often rewards. Bleu ciel, aqua, and jaune. This is the lightest, most airy interpretation. Fresh, luminous, and slightly playful, daylight enhances the clarity, while indoors it becomes pastel soft. This is sure to appeal to collectors for spring-summer wardrobes and those who prefer lighter palettes. This is more youthful leaning but still polished, giving it a strong appeal but slightly seasonal, which places it mid-ranking. Next, the Rose Bonbon, Parme, and Bleu Jaune. This is a softer, more fashion-forward palette, romantic, expressive, and subtly whimsical. Indoor lighting will enrich those mauve tones, while daylight will make it feel lighter and sweeter. This will appeal to those who enjoy color nuance and femininity. It reads as youthful to modern classic, beautiful but more taste-specific. Then we have the Bleu Jaune Vif Multicolor, the most graphic and energetic version. Dynamic, bold, and statement-making, the high contrast remains strong in all lighting conditions. This is going to appeal to those who like visual impact and contemporary energy. This is very youthful and expressive, and while striking, these high-contrast palettes can be less universally wearable, which affects long-term versatility. Overall, this Prix S'envole feels like a quintessential modern Hermès carré, conceptual, fluid, and mood-driven rather than motif-driven. For collectors, the strength of the design lies in its movement and adaptability on the body, while the colorway ensures that there's an entry point whether your taste leans classic, airy, or bold. So there you have it, more on this design from Hermès's Spring-Summer 2026 collection. Please like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. In future episodes, I'll share other scarf reviews, inspiration, and more, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified of new videos. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time!